Hey, how's it going? It is the Hoff, and today I'm bringing you something a little different, as in the Back to the Future-esque type shoes. Now, I say Back to the Future-esque type shoes is because these shoes are inspired from the Back to the Future 2 movie, and then they went and made those shoes a reality, I believe back in 2011, where they did not have self-lacing. They were the Air Mags. And then they went ahead and made them a reality on the date that they went into the future, and that was in 2015 with self-lacing technology. Well, they took that same technology and put them into these shoes, which are the 2.0 versions of the BB Adapt. So they call it Adapt. And that is a special technology they use that basically the laces will tighten, and they are trying to tighten to a point on your foot, and then they loosen to try to feel how your foot feels in the shoe, and then it will set a mode game ready. Now for the future, they plan on taking that same technology here and using it in the shoes. So as you're playing sports like basketball, your foot is going to expand and contract depending on how it heats up and cools down. And during that game, the laces will tighten and loosen for you as you're playing and resting, so it feels the best on your foot, and it will then allow you to play the best when you don't have to sit there and think your shoe feels too tight or it's too loose. It's always going to adapt and be right at its perfect setting for your foot, or you can control it using an app on the phone, which is super easy process to set up. But let's first show off the shoe. No need to set it up. I've had these now for about a week and a half, so that I just wanted to test them out, and that's why they're like this. So normally they come in and it had this inside, and it had the wrapper and everything for stuff, but this is the mag colorway. Now granted, there might be a few spots on these because I've worn these every day, so these have some dirt spots along the side that I just need to clean up. But as you see here, they have the same gray colorway, and then the speckle all over, and then this blue right here at the sole. On the inside, you have the L, because this is your left foot, and then you have the Nike swoosh, and you have a point down there. And what this can do is essentially you can set this shoe up where as soon as you put your foot in, it will do the lacing. Now, I've noticed at times I have it set up, and you can set up what mode you want. So you can name your own mode, or you can have it set up for its preset mode to get the comfort on it. And you just slip your foot and it will do it, but sometimes it lags a little bit. Right here along this side, it's got that special colors right there that say zoom. And then, of course, you have the plus or minus, so you're not just restricted from using the app. You can set right here, and then in the phone, you can actually make these a different color. So for mine, I have them set to green right now, so you see they lit up green. These are the 12-inch in size, and they feel pretty good to sizing. So I really don't have any issue on my foot to sizing. The only thing I will say is at times I feel like the tongue, like you want it to look like this and tighten on both sides the same, but it doesn't always do that, I find, for myself. But then you also have the right, so it's pretty much the same, just this is the right foot. It has the R in there for right. It's got that special stuff at the bottom that is that contact point. And then I don't think you guys can see it up in there, but there is like a almost looks like a cat or alien head. I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm not like true Nike, oh my God, but the technologies in these and the fact that they look like the Back to the Future, I just had to have them. Now over here below the zoom, it says Nike version 2.0. It says version 2.0 Nike Adapt BB year 2020, and it has a swoosh. And then of course again you have that, which these can change colors. You can have them set to one single color for both, or there's options for a color for each one. And then of course on the tongue it says version 2.0 Nike Adapt BB year 2020 right here, and then R there and an L on that one. And then in the back you have the ability to pull on for your heel, and it has some heel protection there. And you also get the charging pad. So these are wireless charging right here, where you just stick it on the charging pad, and it comes with USB-C to USB, I believe it's USB-A right there. So you have that plugged in to an outlet, and the charging honestly didn't take long. I think it was like half hour if that, and full charge. These did take about 9 minutes to update, so the shoes required a firmware update, and they do state that they do firmware updates. But in the about week and a half or so that I've had these, I haven't constantly taken these off, but I've had them off and on a couple times a day. And as of this morning, they were still around 93%. And they say they last 2 weeks on a charge. So I'm inclined to think that is, if you're constantly taking them on and off and stuff, I mean, if you wear them throughout the day and you come home and take them off, I'm pretty sure it lasts a little bit longer. I don't have the lights always on, so maybe that's with lights always on. I don't know, but I haven't found a big issue in wearing them. They seem to do pretty well. There is a thing though, that if you first get them, like say you get them for a place like I did, Flight Club, Goat, whatever, one of those places, then you may need to resync these because they've been synced to somebody else's device, phone. So if that's what your intentions are, to resync them so that you can adjust them to your liking without it being just within the shoe itself, then you need to go ahead and follow the procedures that Nike posts for you to have them forget the device that they were paired to, basically. Without further ado, I'm going to try to pan the camera down and just let you get a quick shot, and just have them on and slip into them where you'll see that they should be lacing. So, as you can see, they did the self-lacing. One actually laced before my foot was completely in it. The other one took a little bit, but they did lace, no problem. And the fitment is just how I want it because I set my own mode of game mode just a little bit tighter than what it actually was trying to set for me. I found that the mode it set from, you can call it game mode, that I might be willing to run around like a court, which definitely ain't happening. For me, that is, with my back issues, but that's another story. Basically, it just didn't feel tight enough. It felt like my back heel was flicking up more, that it just wasn't pulling my foot down tight enough. So I tightened it a little bit, and it was just perfect. Now, I will say these shoes currently, because from what I see, you can't find them brand new from a retailer that would be the brand new Nike MSRP price, but I did manage to find them at resellers that authenticate them, and they were authenticated as new and as genuine Nike and they came in shipped to my house at $428. That's with all the tax, the authentication, the shipping, everything included, $428. Now, granted, that is the most I've ever paid for a shoe, but I justified it as the fact that I still have some Nikes upstairs that I've had for a while, that I've interchanged a couple of them and spent almost the same amount in the last couple years on all those combined as these. So if I could try to make these last and use the other ones for when I'm out at doing stuff that would be more dirtier, playing with the kids outside or something, then I use other shoes, then I could potentially make these last until I'm willing to go get another pair, should they continue making shoes like this in a colorway that I do like. Now granted, like I said, I'm not a Nike collector. I just like certain Nike shoes and certain other shoes, but generally just gravitate towards Nikes. They look nice, they feel great. I don't have any issues with these. They don't even feel heavy with the mechanisms inside of it. So I will say they feel pretty well with those everything that's inside. And I'm just hoping you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe because it helps me out. And like the other video, if you guys are interested, I could talk about what just happened to the Evo. So the Evo had an accident. It is considered total. If you guys are interested in hearing that and possible cars that I'm looking to buy, then please comment below, let me know, because I'm not sure that the dream car I was going after is going to be a thing. We shall see. But I thank you guys for watching the video in the entirety, and I hope you enjoyed from a perspective that is an IT person and the technology and the shoes and how they work and everything, and not the mindset of what you see throughout YouTube of those shoe collectors. And until next time, I will see you guys later.